Do you remember me, human? The rain on Mars felt like whispers from another world, silent, red, and cold. It painted the domes of new terror in crimson tears, each drop a memory of Earth long forgotten. I stood near the edge of the observation deck, watching the sky cry over the Martian plains. My comms device buzzed against my wrist, but I ignored it. That's when I saw her. She stepped through the security threshold without triggering a single alarm. No sound, no flash, no alert. She was tall, elegant, and cloaked in a shimmering fabric that moved like liquid night. Her eyes, silver and pulsing, fixed on me with unflinching intensity. And then she said the words that froze my breath in my throat. Do you remember me, human? I backed away, hand instinctively reaching for the stun gun at my belt. Who are you? I demanded, her head tilted slightly, a motion too fluid to be human. I remember your face. The fear, the scream, Earth before the fall. That's impossible, I whispered. You're one of them, aren't you? A Nareth, an invader. Her lips curved. Not quite a smile, more like a memory relived. Invader? No. Survivor, like you. I should have raised the alarm. I should have fired my weapon. But something about her, something familiar, rooted me to the floor. 2 years ago, Earth. The Nareth came not with warships, but with a virus, one that turned the oceans black and the skies mute. Billions died in the first 6 months. I was stationed in Geneva as a linguist, working on intercepted signals from deep space. My job was to decode what we believed were alien transmissions until the day we received a direct message in English. Remember us. We didn't know what it meant. We still don't. Shortly after that message, the real invasion began. The Nareth moved through cities like shadows, abducting thousands without trace. And then silence. I was one of the few who escaped Earth in the first wave of Mars colonists. I never looked back. Until now. Back on Mars. Present day. You were in Geneva, the woman said, stepping closer. Her voice was a melody of chimes and thunder. You were decoding our call. No, I said, almost stumbling backward. You're mistaken. She frowned. You were assigned to Transmission Echo, Sector 29. Room 4. I stopped. How do you know that? She reached into her cloak and pulled out a glowing orb. Images flickered across its surface. Me, sitting at my desk, surrounded by code, sipping terrible coffee from my chipped mug. That's classified, I whispered. Nothing is hidden from those who remember, she said. Especially not from those who share the memory. What do you mean? I asked, but I already knew. Something deep inside me began to shudder awake. The forgotten connection. I wasn't just watching you, she said. I was with you. The orb expanded midair, and suddenly we were standing inside a memory. My memory. Geneva. The lab. The night I received the alien signal. But something was wrong. In this memory, I wasn't alone. She was there, standing beside me, her hand over mine, guiding my movements on the keyboard. You were my mind? Not just in your mind, she said softly. In your soul. I reached out across the stars, and you let me in. No, I whispered. That's not possible. It is, she said. You allowed the transmission to finish. You didn't block it like the others. You opened the gate. I remembered that night. I had felt something like electricity in my brain, a warmth spreading through my chest. I had dismissed it as fatigue. But now, in this memory space, I felt again. You connected with me? I asked. She nodded. And through you, we hope to find peace. But the others were afraid. They silenced us. Then they fired. She showed me another vision. Earth's defense network launching missiles at the source of the transmission. At her people. At children. The Nareth never planned to conquer Earth. They came seeking sanctuary. What we thought was invasion was actually retaliation. We tried to speak to you, she said. You answered. You were the only one. The truth burns. My legs gave out. I collapsed to the floor of the observation deck, heart pounding. No, I didn't know. I didn't. You don't remember everything, she said, because they made you forget. Who? Your own government, the Martian Council. After the escape, they erased portions of your mind. They feared what you had seen, what you had become. I stared at her, disbelief and horror warring inside me. Why now? Why come back now? She crouched beside me, eyes soft with sorrow. Because Earth is healing, and we need someone who remembers. Someone who can translate between worlds. You are the bridge. I'm not, I said. I'm just a broken man running from the past. She touched my temple. A shock wave of light spread through me, unlocking doors I never knew were there. Memories surged. Her voice in my dreams. Her presence guiding me during the darkest days. The night I was taken, not abducted, but chosen. The pact we made in secret. One mind, two souls. I had loved her, and I had forgotten. The decision, outside the observation deck. Alarms began to blare. They know you're here, I said, panic rising. They've always known, she replied, but they never understood. Now you do. Then we have to run. No, she said, we have to stand. Tell them the truth. Make them remember. I don't even know what the truth is anymore. She leaned forward, pressing her forehead to mine. Then let me show you. A final pulse of light engulfed us. My mind opened completely, and I saw the Nareth world before it was scorched. I saw its beauty, its music, its sorrow. I saw her. Before the cloak, before the war, her name was Ilari, and I had once promised to bring her people hope. 1 hour later, Martian council chambers. The council gathered in silence, eyes cold and suspicious. Armed guards stood beside me. Ilari remained calm, her presence barely tolerated in this sterile hall. I stood before the council, trembling but resolute. I remember now. I said, not everything, but enough. Go on. Counselor Terra said, eyes narrowed. You told us the Nareth were a threat, that they attacked us without cause, that they infected Earth. But the truth is, we struck first. Out of fear, we rejected peace. A murmur spread through the chamber. You have no proof, another counselor spat. I do, I said, holding up the orb. And so does she. Ilari stepped forward and with a gentle wave, projected our shared memories into the room. Gasps filled the air. Children, songs, the first messages, the betrayal. Tears filled my eyes. They didn't come to kill us. They came to connect. Epilogue. In the months that followed, things began to change. The truth shattered old lies. Ilari remained on Mars as an ambassador. I serve as her translator, her advocate, and slowly, her partner once again. Some people still called her an invader. Others called her a miracle. To me, she was something far simpler. She was the voice I had heard in the dark, the memory I had tried to forget, and the future I would never let go of again. Do you remember me, human? Yes, Ilari. I do now, and I always will.